Hey y'all. So today I wanted to get started on the series on rest that I talked about. For those who don't know, I'm in the middle of 12 weeks of medical leave from work due to long COVID, symptoms, flares, all the things. And so for the remainder of the time that I'm on leave from work, I wanted to focus on the different types of rest. And I think that rest is something that we don't generally talk a lot about. We don't prioritize in our society, specifically the American society, where we're talking a lot about productivity and hustling and, doing all that we can to achieve our version of the American dream. But rest is so incredibly important for us both mentally and physically because it allows us to just have an overall well-being that gives us the fuel to be able to do whatever it is that we want to do in life. So with that, I wanted to get started with physical rest because for me personally, of all the different types of rest, if my physical rest is off, everything is off. So let's get started. First and foremost, I have learned that for me personally, in order to make sure that I'm getting adequate physical rest, I need to focus on improving my sleep hygiene. Now, if sleep hygiene is something that you're not familiar with, it's a term that you haven't heard before, it basically talks about the behavioral and environmental aspects of your life that you can kind of improve so that you can make sure that you're having optimal sleep at night. I'll put some resources down below, so if you're interested in learning more about that, please check it out. One of the very first things that I know for myself that I have to do in order to improve my sleep hygiene is I have to make sure that there are no distractions in my bedroom. So for me personally, I don't have a TV in here. It's one of the things that I have done for years, and I think it's honestly helped with making sure that I get enough sleep at night because I'm one of those people that needs like 8 to 10. So, and I have all my life. It's not like all of a sudden because I got COVID, I need 8. No, I needed 8. When I was younger. Like, I didn't pull all-nighters because your girl can't do that. I need sleep. Anyway, so I don't have a TV in my bedroom. And also, I have a timer on my phone, 10 o'clock. It goes off and I know that that means it's time to close all devices. The phone is off, the tablet is closed, my laptop closed and put away because I don't want the distractions while I'm trying to fall asleep. It's actually signaling to my body it's time to start the wind down process. And for me, that process looks like, because it's winter and I live in a basement, or I sleep in a basement, I turn on my electric blanket because I love getting into a toasty bed at night. And then I go to the bathroom and I go through my nighttime routine of, taking my shower, washing my face, doing any kind of, skincare regimen that I have, which is, it's not extensive, but I've learned it's more extensive than other people's, which is really interesting. There are some people that don't even wash their face at night. I don't know how you do that. But I do that, wash my face, do all of my stuff, make sure that I brush my teeth and floss and all of those things. And then I come back to my bedroom, take my vitamins, and it's time to really jump into bed and wind down. It's usually right about 10:30 or so, where I'm either doing gentle stretches, or if I haven't worked out that day in any way, I do just some nighttime yoga that's very gentle. And, I generally start reading at night, I journal at night, all of those things that signal to my body that it's time to start getting ready for sleep. And generally 11 o'clock, that's the time that I try to make sure that I'm going to sleep. Lights out. I'm out. That's what I need to do in order to make sure that I can wake up around 7 or 8 and feel like I'm refreshed. There are other things that, people talk about as far as sleep hygiene goes, like making sure that you get sunlight early in the day, just signaling to your body, hey, circadian rhythm, let's go. This is the morning. And then for me personally, when I'm working, I make sure that I try to take even if it's just a 10-15 minute walk to close out my work day, just to signal to my body, okay, all of that is now done and you're moving into the next phase of the day. There's a bunch of stuff out there. So if you're interested, like I said, check the resources below. The second thing that I have been focusing on, and this is honestly something that I've done definitely since I've gotten long COVID and having to deal with all of the health issues, pacing. It's something that I think you can't talk about physical rest and not talk about pacing. So I've talked about pacing in my videos before, but for those who don't know, it's basically figuring out where your energy threshold is and staying below that. For me personally, I do this with exercise and just even running errands and meeting up with people and all of the energy that's expended with doing things. I make sure that I know that if I'm going to, for example, if I know that I have doctor's appointments on Monday and I'm going like grocery shopping or whatever, I don't do anything again until like Wednesday or Thursday, because I want to make sure that I have those rest days in between. So for me, pacing is still very much a regular practice. It's something that I don't know that I will ever give up, just because I've found it to be so beneficial for both my physical health and my mental and emotional health. The third thing that I've been focusing on is kind of counterintuitive, because I know that there are several people that are dealing with long COVID and other chronic illnesses who aren't able to exercise. But I personally have found that being able to do 30 minutes of gentle exercise almost every day. I give myself rest days sometimes when I need them, but I try to get in at least 30 minutes every day of either walking or, doing gentle yoga, doing stretches, that kind of thing. I'm not out there weightlifting. Wish I was, because I loved it and I miss it. But generally, it's me just going for walks in nature and unplugging and just taking in all of that fresh air and the beautiful scenery that is wherever I'm at. That is something that I think helps with making sure that I'm tired at the end of the day, but also just getting my blood circulating and getting my body in a rhythm of activity that I think is really crucial, especially for my mental and emotional health. So the fourth thing that I do or have done, especially since I returned to Colorado from Texas and Louisiana visiting my family, is I take all the naps, y'all. There have been days when I've gotten a full night's sleep, and then in the middle of the day, I could feel that I'm just overwhelmingly tired. And when I'm in that place, when I'm feeling like that, I just take a nap. I'm on medical leave from work. I don't have those responsibilities right now. So this is the perfect time to do it. But I honestly feel like even if I were working and I got to the place where I felt like I couldn't push through, I take the nap. I think that is one of the things that, had I done that more in the beginning stages of long COVID, I think that I probably would be better off. I know that rest is so important for just giving our body and our brain time to regenerate. And yeah, take all the naps. The fifth thing that I've been doing, especially since I started dealing with long COVID, but man, I don't know why I ever stopped this practice, is I get regular massages. That sounds like indulgent or whatever for some people, but honestly, I've found it to be so beneficial. There's so many ways that my body holds on to stress and, so many aches and pains and things like that come with just being in this body. And I have a massage therapist that I love and hate, just because he manages to find the spots on my body that are having issues when I don't even know that they're having issues. And he likes to release them. So sometimes I want to fight him, but I don't think that would be very smart, considering he's like an ex-Ukrainian boxer of some sort, like on the pro circuit. Yeah, just don't fight him. He's a very beefy dude. But absolutely love that I'm able to invest in that as a practice, because I think that it has been really beneficial. It's helped with my headaches and also just with other things that I have going on, increases circulation and just helps my body try to get back to the place of being normal. So with that, I think that there are other things that I probably am doing that I just am not aware of. If you have suggestions and recommendations for things that I should try, that other people should try, that have helped you with achieving optimal physical rest, please share them below. I would love to learn more and hear about what other people are doing. And with that, I'm going to end with gratitude, because that is such an important practice for my overall well-being, and I think for the well-being of a lot of people in our society. So for number one, I would say is just the beautiful weather we've been having. It's been awesome to be able to go out on daily walks, and even on the cold days, just throw on a hat and a jacket and do what I gotta do, because it's a great, great time to be outside. I love being cold. I cannot stand being hot. So I love winter. Number two, I would say is just food. Like, I've had some really good food lately. My housemate celebrated a birthday and we had a seafood boil. It was real tasty. And then other places that I've gone, other friends I've hung out with, just being able to get really good food that fits in with the anti-inflammatory diet for the most part, has been really great. And then number three, I would say, is just definitely some of the fun things that are coming up some of which I will be sharing on the channel, so please stay tuned. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and subscribe, and then also don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you are alerted to whenever I post a new video, and I hope I will see you in the next one.